Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day. Today is the day 388, and we are in week 56. And we continue our inward journey, exploring the sacred and transformative theme of cooperation with the Guru. As we reflect further, let us remember the Guru is always giving, but are we truly receiving? The Master is always working on us, but are we allowing ourselves to be worked upon? The cooperation we speak of is not based on obedience or external conformity. It is a deeper, subtler willingness that blossoms from love and trust. It is not what must I do, but rather how can I be more open. In this way, cooperation becomes a state of being, a heart gently turned towards the Master, a soul receptive to transformation. Cooperating with the Guru often means flowing with the unseen. We may not always understand the why or how, yet something within knows. We are being carried, lifted, and shaped. In Sahaj Marg, the Master works for our spiritual welfare and evolution. However, without our cooperation, there is actually very little that he can do for us. Therefore, participation in the various aspects of our practice, including group meditation, is one of the best ways we can cooperate with this work. As Daji shared, even when nothing seems to be happening outwardly, the inner field is being moved. So instead of striving to control our progress, let us strive to align our habits with the practice, to align our thoughts with simplicity, and to align our heart with the Guru's intention for us. And please, as we move forward, consider gently sharing the Heartfulness master classes and being heartful everyday sessions with your loved ones. Sometimes a single introduction can change someone's entire inner landscape, and these sessions can become a shared rhythm within families and communities, bringing gentle reminders of love, surrender, and purpose into daily life. We will now continue with our reading, and this is from the article User's Guide to Living, Part 5 by Daji. We have read a few paragraphs and we'll resume now. The two wings of a bird. Before moving to the fourth principle, let's pause for a moment to see how far we have come. In the earlier articles of the User's Guide, we explored principles 1 to 3 about the spiritual practices of meditation, prayer, and the ultimate goal of existence. The remaining 7 principles cover other aspects of daily life relating to activities and interactions with others. Authentic progress includes both the worldly and the spiritual dimensions of existence because they are not separate. And Babuji uses the analogy spirituality and materiality are like the two wings of a bird. A bird cannot fly with one wing alone. This statement of Babuji is often misinterpreted according to the particular disposition of the reader. For example, some take it to mean that material success and spiritual success coexist so that They can conveniently justify their material desires, pleasures, and indulgences that are not in tune with spiritual progress. Some go to the other extreme, diving into spirituality in order to escape the human side of life, believing that their God or Guru will somehow wave a magic wand and come to the rescue whenever there is a problem. It reminds me of one of the Aesop's fables about a man from Athens who was going on a long sea journey when a ship was wrecked in a terrifying storm. He managed to escape from the sinking vessel with a few others, and they all held onto the planks of wood from the shipwreck to stay afloat. There was an island nearby, so most of the survivors started swimming towards the shore, but the man from Athens did not. Instead, he started praying to the goddess Athena, "Please rescue me from this terrible situation. I promise I will build a temple in your honor if I survive this." As he was pleading thus, a sailor swam by and called out, "Pray to Athena by all means, but also start swimming if you want to survive." What happens when we rely on spiritual dimension to solve worldly issues? In the early 1980s, the psychologist John Wellwood coined the term spiritual bypassing to describe a phenomena he observed in many meditators, that they use spiritual practices and beliefs to avoid dealing with unresolved emotional and psychological issues. Today, this term is commonly used in the West for behavior that results in a conceptual, one sided kind of spirituality, where one pole of life is elevated at the expense of the other, and subconscious tendencies are not dealt with at all. Wellwood observed this wreaking havoc in people's life, especially in relationships. Spirituality becomes some sort of escapism to avoid the challenges of worldly life. Today, this is common, with the mushrooming number of teachers offering fast food spirituality, but it is nothing new. In Babuji's lifetime, he also encountered a wide spectrum of spiritual paths and practices, and lamented that many so called gurus were merely parroting scriptures and techniques without having the necessary caliber, expertise, and experience to guide their followers towards the goal. He also came across paths that prescribe austerity and isolation, where practitioners ran away from the psychological and interpersonal dimensions of being. Both extremes miss the point. Babuji realized that a genuine spiritual path has to support the personal, interpersonal, and transpersonal levels of being. His analogy of a bird needing two wings to fly also has another meaning. As we progress spiritually, our material life becomes more and more charged with the finer vibrations of our spiritual essence. As a result, our growth in both spheres integrates to be in tune with our divine nature. In fact, we develop as a complete human being in order to soar on both wings, with a heart functioning like the tail of the bird guiding us forward. Dear sisters and brother brothers, let us take a pause here and let us allow each word to land quietly within, as if the Master was speaking directly to the core of our being. And with love and reverence, let us now offer the universal prayer together. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहनें प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। It is universal prayer help create love and unity in the hearts of dear sisters and brothers. As you prepare for the rest tonight, gently ask while doing the reflections for the day, where am I still trying to manage or control my journey? And can I offer that part into the hands of the beloved Master? And remember to offer the bedtime prayer. Let the night embrace you like a cradle of grace. And let the remembrance of beloved Master help you into a deeper openness. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for being here for this evening session. And we look forward to meeting you all tomorrow at 6 a.m. for the morning session. And we will continue to explore not just what it means to cooperate, but how to live as a constant response to the Master's silent call. Wishing you all a very good night, and may your heart become more yielding to the Master's subtle touch. Thank you.